Hello, everybody. It's me, Mel, and I don't usually like to post videos and shit on Facebook or merge my worlds because it makes me very uncomfortable. But I'm gonna do it anyway, just because I said yes, and I want to learn how to be impeccable with my word and not give a shit about merging my worlds. And so this is just gonna be a 30 video a week challenge that I said yes to. So I'm like, shit just because I know my schedule is going to be a little crazy and whatnot too. So there is no particular subject that we have to do, and so I just figured I'd just share anything. I guess what I can share about is an experience I had last week. I went to a concert. It was my best friend's birthday, and her boyfriend was so generous enough to buy us all tickets. So I went to go see Bruno Mars, and yeah, we had some pretty good seats and stuff too. And so it was my bestie's brother, and then my best friend, and her sister, and then myself. And I was sitting next to, I think he was like 65 or something, or I don't know. He was a pretty old guy. And he was with these two, I don't know if they're like hookers or escorts or what, but apparently one of them were his girlfriends. And so as soon as I sat down, he crouches over. He has this like cell phone. He's like all up in my space, like totally leaning over. And like, I'm like, well, okay. So I told him, I'm like, dude, you're in my space. That's not cool. And he kept on doing it and doing it just to piss me off. I'm like, okay. So I had to turn to him and I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude, but this is not cool. Like, you need to respect my space. You're in your space. This is my little bubble. Don't cross it, kind of thing, you know? And he just kept on going off about, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Um, I can't see, I'm gonna have to lean over. And the music wasn't even playing. We're all, granted, in the same situation, the same boat. I wasn't leaning over doing that. So, I mean, he upset me, but after I told him off, not necessarily off, but I told him the second time, he kind of mellowed out and he stayed in his own space. And so usually I get like really upset or I'll let that ego part of me like kick in, but I'm like, no, I'm practicing how to be more centered and, I've been doing some personal development work. And so instead, I was just blocking that part off and just sending him some good vibes because I thought, well, this man's kind of lost. He is his age and he's got these girlfriends or whatever, so there's something within himself that he feels he needs to show or prove or something. And then being angry like that and being childish, it's like, and so instead of getting angry, I just started feeling compassion. And in no way, shape, or form do I feel that I'm better than or I know more than he does. It's like, no. Then I just started sending him some love and light and some good energy. And a funny thing happened. It's like this man who was just being an asshole a second ago, like maybe about 15 minutes in the show, he turned around and he said, I am so, so sorry for being an asshole. I just got into a fight with my girlfriend. I'm so sorry. And I said, hey, look, it's totally cool. Like, don't worry about it. And then throughout the show, he just kept on being nice and he's like, okay, why don't you sit down that way, it's easier, you can watch it from this way better. So he's being very helpful. So it's just a lesson learned. I mean, even for myself, to just, even though people can piss you off or be difficult, to just send them good vibes anyway. And just when you can find that whole center within yourself and just be like, oh, okay, and not let it bother you, it totally makes it so much more better, which I mean, experience firsthand. And so when we give into our ego, that's no bueno. And I know because we're human, that happens all the time. And so it's like a constant test. But this was one where I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I actually didn't get really upset. And I was able to just have that compassion towards this person because we're all in the same boat. We all have different things that happen and go on in life. And so, it's just really cool. I know it's like a simple little story, but I just thought I'd share that. And that is video number 1. So, love and light to you guys. Good night.